Alright, and we are ready to go into game 1 of this best of 7 series between Interdimension and Nilpferd. As we see, they've random Chinese. First game is a team random game, which means basically mirrored civs on Green Arabia. It's a 1v1 between Interdimension, who is, I think, if I recall correctly, top 3 seed or number 3 seed, I think. And Nilpferd is one of the top 12 seeds who kicked out one of the top 8s, Quendi Rage, in the round of 16. And we see they've got Chinese first, and we see a 3 barracks, 3 stable start for Nilpferd in the red, in the south, and in the blue we see Interdimension going for monastery already, 2 monasteries already, 2 barracks, 2 stables, and then the castles following in the front. Now, as we can see, very nice castles here from Nilpferd in a very offensive position, already walling his villager in. Very nice decision, so he can't get picked off by those camels. This villager will get picked off right away. And he's going for more stables and more barracks here. As you can see, both deciding to go for stables and barracks first. I've seen a lot of approaches to the Chinese war. Often you can see players just going for more stables and no barracks at all, and I've also seen players go for only castles, but that's a little bit of that can be a very fail strat. So, what's in villager numbers? Seems like Interdimension has a slight advantage here with 1 villager more and more military as well. Interdimension, of course, one of the fastest players with a very distinctive playstyle, and in Nilpferd, mostly known, I think, for his unit control, his micro, and his decision making in deathmatch games. Okay, so first of all, now is the time where players head out onto the map and gaining as much map control as possible, gaining a favorable position on the map, and winning the game in the long run. Most Chinese wars are really long games. You don't really see a very short Chinese war often between similarly level skilled players. So we will be in for a long game, I think. Also, the gold distribution and relic distribution seems fairly even, although Interdimension is focusing more emphasis, or putting more emphasis on relics in the beginning than Nilpferd does. I don't think that Nilpferd has a monastery. Yeah, he's building his first monastery now, and as you can see, they're already going here for this big middle hill in the dead center of the map. Interdimension should be a little careful here with the onagers, but I think he can hold his position, especially if that castle here goes up. This will be very important. If Interdimension fails to get this castle up, it basically opens this front and opens his front, the way to his front coals. But I think he should be able to easily hold this now. So as I said before, Interdimension putting more emphasis on relics. Of course, if the game goes into the long run, relics will be very important. Not as important as in most wars, but still pretty important, especially when you can, in the trash war, when you can put out a lot of siege rams, which are not really used in a Chinese war because of the Chukanus that just, yeah, slice through siege rams like they're like butter. And yeah, he's also putting military units at the relics, gaining relics here. He already has 2 now, and the 3rd one will get picked off as well, so he will have an advantage here. And he has a superior position on the map, in my opinion. This extra gold is in his hands, basically, because of this castle here on this hill. And then we have another gold here, and where's the second neutral gold spot? It's here, it's right away there under this hill as well, and he's already kind of gaining this position here. He wants to secure this position. And this is pretty much the game-winning part of the map. If you can't secure this, which Interdimension has a little bit better grasp on, then you basically lose this game. But now a huge push coming in from Nilpferd. He is pushing with a lot of onagers. He likes his onagers, for a fact. And also with a lot of Chukunus and siege rams, which I'm not really a fan of in a Chinese war. You see them very rarely, because they get taken out so quickly. But maybe with a lot of onagers backing them up and a lot of Chukunus backing them up, they might even work. Of course, Nilpferd, much more experienced player than me, so he will know better. for sure. But he needs to be careful not to waste too many units here. We saw a nice attack ground attempt here from Orchid, or Interdimension, as I said. And yeah, both players very cautious in taking fights and engaging with the Chukunu because of all these onagers, fighting around and shooting around basically. And it seems like these siege rams are very nice, distracting him with the onagers and the Chukunu fire. And this is a horrible engagement for Interdimension right here. His population is surprisingly well off, seeing all these losses here in the front. And this is not really a cost-effective fight for Nilpferd, but seems like Interdimension has a lot to back this up. He's also pushing here in the south, as well as not really losing too much here. He lost a few buildings, but other than that, and a little bit of military. But other than that, KD ratio is still in favor of Interdimension. Plus, he resecured these gold spots and hasn't lost any villages, or has barely lost any villages here. These reach rooms get taken out quite quickly, not really much lost here other than a TC. So the only thing that Nilpferd has gained here is a little bit of ground and not really another advancement here. I think he is really stressing the fact that he needs to push this. He's not really patient, and I think that's because the superior position is in hands of Interdimension here. Interdimension is doing a good job keeping up the population and also keeping Nilpferd at bay, not letting him extend too much, while still taking cost-effective fights. Of course, the defensive player a little bit in favor when it comes to, or the player in the better position a little bit in favor when it comes to fights. He can take better fights, of course, when you're in a defensive position, like but the thing is that you also lose ground if you stay very defensive for a long time. Thing is, for Interdimension, that he's already in a better position. And another castle coming up on this gold. He's already focusing on these neutral gold spots, and he already has 5 relics. And that's why Nilpferd wants to end this game right now. Nilpferd needs to end this game, basically, in the next, like, 20 to 30 minutes. Or, like, let's say 20 minutes. Because he won't survive long against 5 relics and 2 neutral gold spots, all in favor of Interdimension. Interdimension, in the long run, Interdimension will just outgold him. I mean, they still have a nice gold bank, both of them. But in the long run, it's just there will be no chance for Nilpferd if he can't get a foothold on this game or more gold positions. And now we see that Nilpferd kind of made a switch, or made a rotation up to the north to this second gold spot of Interdimension. It seems like Interdimension has already a very nice army here waiting to retake this spot immediately. And as we can see, already 3 trebuchets, okay, 2 trebuchets. Moving in to destroy this castle, enough Chukunu to deal with any sort of army that could threaten these trebuchets. So, and also monks to back him up and to heal his units. Wait, Neely's going against... Did I say something weird? Okay, never mind. Orchid banking more, or Interdimension banking more and more gold. Also taking now this position from Nilpferd, who is trying to raid with his light cap, but they're not too effective. Interdimension has 133 villages. That doesn't hurt him too much at this point, I think. And he also caught up to it very quickly. I think Interdimension is a player that kind of counters style of Nilpferd pretty well. In a sense that he's not an overly aggressive player. I might get a little bit out of hand here, but yeah, I think Nilpferd's playstyle suits Interdimension very well to play against. And it seems like he has the superior position still. The KD is in his favor, the gold count is vastly in his favor. 5k more gold, he has 8k gold banked up. He wants to open a bank, it seems, and...
Alright.
Hello.
Hello everyone, I'm back.
Hello Roomstock, very welcome to the stream.
Yeah.
And welcome to this game. As you've seen, maybe the Orchid or Interdimension is in a much better position right now.
Yeah, I'm slowly catching to the host time. I'm at 60 minutes now. Yeah, he's having already 5 relics. That's
Yep.
huge.
He has 5 relics and both of the neutral gold spots as well.
Oh, yeah. That's right. So Nilpferd has to push really hard, fast, or he's in a really bad spot.
Yeah, that's what he tried to do, but he never really accomplished it. And he's now trying, at the moment, he's now trying a big middle push, but it's kind of working out,
Yeah.
I think.
There's a huge hill for Interdimension with 2 castles. That's going to be tough for him to push that one.
And I don't think it will be enough.
Yeah.
I expected GG from Nilpferd any second, actually. I mean, he will be running out of gold in like 5 minutes. And then it will be pretty much
Yeah,
over.
absolutely. This is not looking good for him.
Which is very unexpected, for me at least, because Nilpferd always puts a huge emphasis on relics, I feel like, or on gold spots. And I think it just shows how strong Interdimension is, taking all these relics from him and all these gold spots from him in the first game. Interdimension looking strong.
Oh yeah,
Is what I wanted to say.
yeah. I'm actually seeing that Neil is actually pushing the hill with 2 castles.
Yeah, but
I didn't even see that before.
Yeah, but it's over. It's over already. Push is over.
Did his push die?
Yeah, his push died off. The castle got killed off right away by 4 trebuchets.
Oh yeah, and Interdimension is pushing his main base at the same time.
Exactly. He's getting pushed back as well now. Though I think that
But
Nilpferd is now
yeah,
doesn't have anything to back it up really. He has 600 gold, nearly no food. So this will be his last push, and if he doesn't manage to kill Orchid at this very push, then he will resign, I think, and he won't manage to push him here.
Yeah, and even if Neil pushes somewhere, Orchid or aka Interdimension has already mined all this gold, so
yeah, exactly.
He's having so much gold in the bank.
Yeah, but as I said before, Chinese wars usually tends to go a little longer between 2 evenly skilled players, but seems like Interdimension really didn't go for, really went for the long game, but really destroyed Nilpferd on the way with taking all the gold spots, taking all the relics.
Yeah. And I think the map was slightly favoring Interdimension.
It was slightly in favor of Interdimension. He had
I think
better
all
grasp
he
on
had
the
to do
neutral
was
gold spots.
yeah, just to take those hills and take the gold, and pretty much he wouldn't have to push anywhere or anything. Just stay on the hills.
I also find it pretty hard to push in Chinese war. I don't know if you disagree.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's very hard, especially with the onages, how they kill all the units, and how strong Chukanus are, especially with siege rams as well.
Yeah, rams are pretty useless in Chinese war.
And GG called. Oh, I didn't even get the onager shot off on these Chukanu. Would have been glorious. But anyway, 1-0 for Interdimension. Very convincing win, in my opinion.
Yeah. So next game will it be home map of the loser of the game number 1, right? Correct. And home sieve?
Yes, correct. A map sieve is chosen by the winner.
I think Neil is going for some water-based, probably.
Yeah, he has chosen mostly water maps in the tournament.
Yeah. And what the sea will be, I have no idea. Oh, Koreans, interesting in Team Islands.
Oh my god.
That's a classic.
A classic, yeah.
I think it has been in the every deathmatch tournament in past 1 year, that setup.
Yeah, I don't have much experience in Team Islands generally. What's your approach, or what would be your approach to Koreans Team Islands? Or what was the approach in the past tournaments?
Yeah, you really have to consider their unique water unit, which is of course the turtle ship. Really strong at the start, but you have to be careful not to make them too many. So we will see if Neely has prepared some interesting strategy for this.
I guess he has. He's a very strategical player in my opinion.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
he
of
thinks
course.
a lot about the game. He thinks a lot how he can win, and I don't think he went unprepared into this.
Yeah, absolutely. He's one of those players who usually does stuff like that. I mean, like makes very good strategies and so on.
I think you practiced with him before, didn't you? Or like a few days
Yeah,
ago, if I recall correctly.
I think like a week ago, but
Alright.
yeah, those are secret stuff, so I won't tell anything about it.
No, sure.
And the map was just we never trained this map, to be honest.
Alright.
But he's really strong water player.
I hate Korea. So do you favor Nilpferd in this game? Or would you favor Nilpferd
In the whole matchup? I
no,
mean,
like in this next game.
Yeah, I think Neely is really strong water player.
Oh, that was loud.
Oh, sorry.
Alright. So he has played, I think he won every single water map in the tournament that he played on.
Yeah.
He won Baltic against Rage in Hanwar. He won Team Islands, I think, against Sariup.
Yeah.
Yep, that's about it.
Did he play against him?
I think so in the round of 32.
Oh. Yeah. We will see.
Oh, they finally launched. Nice. Of course, Bomber Towers are banned. That would be.
Yeah. Would be interesting to see
It's
some
Team Islands.
Korean keeps.
Oh yeah, right.
Those outrange their bomber cannons on the water, so
Oh, that would be. Oh,
yeah,
I
but I haven't
bet.
seen anyone using them or making
Well,
good use out of them.
if anyone uses them, it's probably be Nilpferd or you. I don't know.
Yeah.
One of you guys.
Seems like some issues. No, it was maybe just
maybe
a
it
little
was just
pause.
a little pause.
Yeah.
Something. Or maybe
Maybe
Interdimension fixing his hotkeys or something.
Yeah, that's a classic.
The DM is usually not really prepared for this kind of setup.
Yeah, but Interdimension of course has played this map before.
Oh, this is a weird.
Whoa! Never seen a
Okay.
map like this.
Let me
And
just
super
quickly
close
check out.
distance to water
Yes, and
for both players.
this is a very unusual.
Yeah.
Like how do you call it?
Yeah, the
layout.
generation
Unusual generation, the unusual layout of this map.
Yeah.
And Nilpferd.
I don't know if it's
already
good
killing his
or
horse.
bad for either of the players. I mean,
It's definitely better for Interdimension because his island
Yeah,
can't really
yeah,
be
yeah,
hit
but-
by any outside by any ships.
yeah,
right?
that's true.
Or not
But
as much as Nilpferd's.
yeah, that's true. But basically, if you lose the water anyways, it's over. So
Yeah, unless you're against Bacti. Just referencing your game there. And Nilpferd already going for the market. Oh, that's interesting. He's going for a very early market.
okay, the most important
also
thing
Orchid.
will be if they go for turtle ship or not. To start.
Interdimension is, but he's idling one of his docks.
Yeah.
Nilpferd is as well. Oh, so you see turtle ships. Oh, they're slow even on fast speed. Oh my god.
And Neely got to market. Seems.
Yep, I think he didn't idle his docks as much as Interdimension did. And he also has more docks up in time.
Whoa, so many more dogs for Neely.
Yep, and I can't believe
Whoa.
it.
What happened with Interdimension?
I don't know what happened there. Did... Oh, did
Yeah.
Nilpferd snipe his villages?
Whoa.
Nice. He's
That's
sniping his
huge.
That's
Because the yeah.
yeah, and that's why we talked about Nilpferd being a very strategical player. He didn't even go for the fight. Like he really planned to snipe on villages, and turtle ships are excellent to snipe villages, as it
Yeah.
seems. They kill them in one shot, I think,
Yeah, or two shot, I don't
or
know.
two shot. Well, yeah.
Well, it should be one shot due to the damage, but we will see. Actually, Interdimension is keeping on with the military count pretty well, but I think Neely
Not
will
really.
start having
He's
a huge mess.
yeah, Neely is getting
Yeah.
ahead, and once all of his ships starting getting into the fight, I think it will snowball.
Yeah. By the way, on which time are you? I think I'm like 3 minutes behind or something.
Maybe I'm behind as well. No, I'm at 4 minute 40, 4:40.
Oh, okay, then we are the same.
That's weird actually.
Yeah, it's because the pause
All right, yeah.
shouldn't be this.
So as you can
We'll
see, Interdimension already transitioning now into galleons, but that's not that much of not a good choice when they're
Yeah.
this close. When the turtle ships are this close, and you don't have huge numbers, galleons don't fare well against these. And
Yeah.
do you think demolition ships would be a better choice?
Yeah, but Koreans don't
Oh,
get
they
them,
don't get heavy.
so it's-
Yeah, they don't get heavy demolition ships. All right, you're correct.
Yeah. That's the best counter for the turtle ship. Pretty much, it's pretty useless unit when there's a lot of demo ships against, because they cost so much, and the demo ships can just
Plus, you can't really kite them very well because the turtle ships are so slow and clunky.
yeah.
In a sense.
This will be really far in the bison to get back on the water, because Nili is having so huge turtle ship mass that, I mean, like, I don't think Interdimension will never have that many turtle ships in the game anymore.
But you also have to consider that if there's any map that Interdimension could or come back from this, it might be this one, because I think he has
Yeah.
more wood on his side a little bit, or much better protected wood. Much better protected wood. Let's say it that way. Let's phrase it that way. So let's see. I don't think he will give up right away,
Yeah, of course not.
or it doesn't seem like it at least.
Nili's ship production has stops for some reason. I don't know. I don't know if he thinks that the water is already won, or I don't know. Well, now he's making, but
Yeah, maybe it was just a.
only 40 ships for Nili.
He's making a
doesn't make-
transport, I think. Did he make a transport? Yeah, he's making a transport, and he's
Oh,
also making a
interesting.
stable.
Okay.
So he will do a hussar, I guess, and a few villages and transport over. I don't know, or
Yeah.
maybe cavalier. Or can. Oh, there's a
But
siege on shot now for
I don't
Interdimension.
think there's any spot where Nili can land without noticing, or
Being
I don't know if
noticed,
the
yeah.
plan is to be like sneaking or anything.
Yeah, let's see. Oh, nice ownership hit there on turtle ship, but not killing it. Oh, and look at all these villages going down for Interdimension. He has his, he still has his gather point on the shoreline from his first DC. They're just running into their deaths,
Oh yeah.
one by one. Ow. So, seems like Interdimension is now trying to redock in the right side of the map. But will it be enough? That's the question. What about resources? Much better resources for Nilpferd? Not much better, but slightly better. More food
Yeah.
for Interdimension, but it doesn't really matter at this point.
Yeah, Nili got the market, so he sold
Yep.
all his food. And he doesn't really need it for anything, so... Well, now he's making hussars, so...
Alright. A lot of hussars, actually. And
Yeah.
he's planning to transport them over. I guess 20 at a time, and then just flooding Interdimension's economy, which is fairly unprotected, only protected by a few TCs, because all the castles are kind of on the shoreline. Only 100 population for Interdimension. He's not really catching up in galleon numbers at the moment. And I don't really know what Interdimension is supposed to do now. What would be your approach now if you were
try to
Interdimension?
mass a huge army, and like try to avoid fighting till the end. He really has to mass galleons now. Be able to stop Nili's army and come back to the water, because
And also,
it's
as
basically game is lost when you don't have the water.
and also as we've seen in your game, you're repaired your castles a lot
Yeah.
in this game, but Interdimension didn't care about it at all. For example.
Yeah, I think because he hadn't a chance for taking out the cannon galleons or anything, so
Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
it would have been just waste of stone, I think.
Yeah. And
Because it's usually worth it to repair, because it only costs 2 times less stone to repair the castle.
Are you? What's your opinion on siege onages in these water fights? I'm not really convinced. I'm not really convinced.
Well, it can work because Nili's already having so huge mass, so Interdimension really has to kill a lot of ships to get on even numbers.
Seems like Nilpferd now got a foothold onto Interdimension's
Whoa.
island here, and I don't think that Interdimension can stop that.
Well, I don't think don't know about champions in about the champions Nili is making, because Interdimension is having war against there, so
yeah, maybe
he can
Halberd
stop
or
it
something
if he wants to. And look now in the top.
Oh,
Interdimension is finally being able to
get a nice army here on the water.
and push Nili back from the shore.
But I think
he has to take slow steps like this to be able to come back to the water, so this is not totally over yet.
But Nilpferd shouldn't fight there. I don't know why he's fighting now. I guess he's a little bit sloppy here, because he didn't patrol either,
so.
I think.
Yeah.
Well,
and half of his units are not even fighting there. And oh man.
Yeah, that's a very bad fight. That's one of these instances where Interdimension can bank on to come back here.
Yeah. I think Nili got like a bit surprised that he won the water so fast and didn't know really what to do or something like that.
I think that he expected it, that he would win the water, because he really put an emphasis on winning the water quickly with sniping the villages and stuff. So I think he had a clear plan, but maybe he wasn't expecting that huge of a galleon fleet all of a sudden popping up in the north.
Yeah, probably not.
Also a little focused on his landing here. Understandably, I guess. Alright, so not a big fight going on here now on the water, but seems like Interdimension is retreating for now. And what do you think
and the landing hasn't been
successful? No, I think it's failing right now at the moment, because mainly of the unit choice.
Yeah, I don't know about the per hazard and champion spam. It doesn't really work, especially
with Korean hussars being so weak.
Oh, I see an interesting detail. Interdimension won his own relic on his island because he knew that he has lost the water and was expecting Nili to land a monk and take it.
Oh, that's nice. That's a nice addition. But I mean, he didn't get it. He didn't get the wall off. But it's a nice thought, because of this team island iteration. Basically, it's only 2 relics in total. 1 relic on each island.
Yeah.
To make it considerably fair.
It would have been huge for Nili to get it if the game goes for a later game, to have 2 relics against none. And
Nilpferd also chopping his wood, which is a very nice thing to do, of course.
Nili is continuing his landing on the bottom of Interdimension's island. That's castle is so annoying for Interdimension. He cannot go past.
Oh god, he's attacking into the castle. That's a very bad decision. He wasted a lot of galleons there.
And if Nili wanted to be super annoying, he would just cut off those woods that are left on Interdimension's island.
He could, yeah.
Yeah, but that's not too friendly move.
Yeah. Now Interdimension is getting the relic, and he could place keeps on the wood lines. That would be so cool. Just annoying. I mean, not that efficient with trebuchets on the map, but still quite annoying, I think. So what are the resources looking like? Oh, look at the resources from Interdimension. Nice resources
Yeah,
still.
looking pretty good.
Looking pretty good in comparison to Nilpferd, who is investing a lot. And don't. What do you think about the farming choice?
Yeah, I don't know. He's just making farms for the Hussars that are doing pretty much nothing.
Yeah, I've seen in every single Team Islands game that I've seen from Nilpferd yet, he always farmed. He made like 20 farms.
Yeah,
And
but
I have rarely seen any player do farms, actually. Or a lot of farms on Team Islands.
I don't know. It can be good to sell the food for gold, but I don't know if it's worth it to sell. I mean, get gold over to spending wood for the spam. I mean, wood for the farms.
Yeah.
It's tricky.
I think somebody has to do the math on that one.
Yeah, absolutely.
But especially with Koreans, you can get away with only wood and gold units on land as well, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. And Interdimension is actually running out of food. He will soon have no safe food to take. Of course, he has a lot of wood in the
in bank, but once he isn't cutting anymore, he's basically losing it. Also, so he can't really replenish his bank.
Nearly could have a really nice chance to cut all the wood that Interdimension has left on his island.
Yeah, why is he not doing that?
That would be a
it would be
huge
so
move,
lame.
and
It would be so lame, but it would be so effective.
I don't know if he like kind of gets that it's possible to
like he recognizes the chance. I don't think he recognizes the chance because Nilpferd strikes me as a player that if he sees a opportunity to win, he will take it.
Yeah,
so I don't think he wouldn't do it, and I would do it as well. Why? Because why not? I mean, it's a tournament
these
game.
games are so important considering the future state in the tournament. I mean, like Prairie will do anything to win these games.
Yeah, he would definitely cut the wood if he recognized the situation, or if he recognized the opportunity to do so. But there's a lot of things going on, so...
Yeah, there's a fight going on at the both sides of the islands.
If finally Interdimension got the wall off of the relic, the thing is the relic is gone and now the villagers are holding.
And there's 2 villagers trapped there.
It's quite funny, and this castle will go down in the north. There's not enough villagers repairing that. It's not a room stock repair with like 20.
Yeah. And now, nice move from Interdimension, taking out 2 cannon galleons from Neely.
Yeah, siege launchers, of course, with a huge range. Only 2 less range than the cannon galleons.
If Interdimension would put some onagers inside those siege workshops, and when Neely comes to near the shore, and he will just pop out them and shoot all the ships, that would be great.
That would be a nice move indeed, but...
Yeah.
Seems like it's not doing that, and he lost another onager.
Yeah. But there's like million other things to do than
of course.
In the game.
And oh god, look at this massacre in the middle. Hussar's doing work. Hussar's doing work.
Nice,
but
raiding all those villagers.
Yeah, but I think most villagers got killed by the onagers anyway.
Yeah. And now he's cutting the wood. Oh, no, he's not.
No, he's killing villagers, but in process.
Yeah.
But that's a nice opportunity, just win water, get siege onagers on the other island, and just cut the forest.
Yeah.
It's such a nice move.
But actually, Neely wants to cut the wood instead of like with villagers instead of with siege onagers.
Which is also a good decision, I think. It's not a bad one.
But it's just so much slower and...
Interdimension now at 100 population. So he's barely keeping up in population. Now I don't think he has a fleet, so to speak of. He's running out of gold, it seems, as well. And I guess that was the strategy behind only making mostly trash units from Nilpferd, maybe, to just save some gold in the long run. Could have been one of the reasons why he chose to do more Hussars.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, what is the ringing in the background?
Oh. That's washing machine or how it's called.
Oh yeah, okay.
Is it
weird.
disturbing or?
It's really weird.
I think I can fix some settings so that it doesn't.
Okay, so I'm gonna continue with the castle a bit. Seems like Nilpferd is now losing the foothold on Interdimension's island a bit, and he's also decreasing in population. So he will need to take a step back and regather his forces, and then maybe try to finish Interdimension basically.
Right, it should be fine now.
It's still in the background, but it
Oh,
should be too
shit.
bad, I think.
Okay.
Anyway,
Yeah.
I think Nilpferd should have this game. I don't really see an opportunity for Interdimension to come back at this rate.
Yeah, it's looking really hard, especially when his only wood that he's having left, or those two woods, are both getting hit from the shore.
I mean,
And
first,
he has no easy, he cannot really get wood out of it.
And first of all, he has to get rid of all those villages and all those buildings on his own island, and then he has to retake the water, and that's just such a huge investment to get it back. And he's running out of gold as well, so he can't really make a navy after this one. You can't with one
Absolutely.
relic. With one relic, you can make like
He
two
could
ships
try-
every few minutes.
He could try selling all the stone he has left and food, and make like huge
One last
fleet.
Yeah, but then it's okay. And then if he has the water, he can actually patrol all these side islands or sides from Nilpferd that are very exposed. It's kind of awkward here, the farms on this one side of the map.
Yeah. That's looking. And now he's losing all the little
Losing all the
army.
ships. Yep.
Yeah, navy he has left.
Yeah, and he's running into his death. That's all. I think this
Yeah.
game.
I think there is no more coming back from this. To be honest with you.
Question is, how long does he decide to continue this game? He has now two wood spots, which he can take, but there's more and more hussars as well from Nilpferd. And if Interdimension didn't have this nice of a map, I think this game would already be over.
Yeah,
Possibly. I mean, I'm going a bit on a limb here, of course.
Possibly.
So now trying to get rid of the fleet with siege onagers and skirms it won't work, I think. Although Nilpferd is losing a lot of ships unnecessarily, in my opinion. And
but he
GG
has so much wood to
replenish them.
and GG called.
Very, very well played by Nilpferd.
Yeah, he used really well the advantage that he got from taking the kind of front water from of Interdimension's base.
Yeah, and
making constant landings and disturbing his food.
And snapping the villages in the beginning, of course.
Yeah, of course that. But yeah, I think Interdimension could have come back to the water, but the landings and all that were just so
overwhelming. And of course, he really used the home civ and home map to his advantage as well. A lot of players usually go for a very standard setting or a setting that they're very used to, but it seems like Nilpferd very used the new maps and the civilizations very to his advantage, and putting him in a spot that can be very advantageous to him.
Yeah, of course, and also considering the weaknesses of his opponents and so on.
Correct. Because, of course, DM players are not very used to, or pure DM players, let's call it that, are not very used to playing a lot of water maps, except for tournaments.
Yeah. Map will be game number 4 will be home map and home sim for
Oh yeah,
Interdimension.
I need to edit the score, by the way. It's 1-1. And what do you think it will be?
I think it will be something like Gold Rush or something.
That could be the case. I think he picked Gold Rush as his home map in the round of 16. But
I
with
remember
with a set civilization. I think it was
was it like
Spanish.
can't remember
Spanish.
really,
Spanish it was.
Oh, yeah.
And if it's a market civ, we will see a market race, I think.
Yeah, of course. Interdimension is one of those players that who likes to market a lot.
Nilpferd as well, I think.
Yeah, I think
what I've
both
seen.
players actually.
Yeah, that's why I've said that he's going for a market. It will be a market race if it's a market civ.
But I don't know if the market, well, can be really strong in the gold rush to take the middle first, but the effect of it will just like decrease dramatically when both players have access to the gold.
Yeah, if they get a foothold on the middle ground.
Yeah.
But the thing is that also this map in this map pool, in the World Cup map pool, favors both players getting into the middle, or getting the gold in the middle, because in the other iterations that we've seen in past tournaments, it was a lot of times it was more favored into one player's side, or if you got a huge hill in the middle, you basically won. But we've seen in this tournament that on this map iteration, there's a lot of times where there's two hills on two sides, so it's more into a camping game, and who can get more of gold out of the middle than the other player.
Yeah, that was a great update for this map.
Made by Pedro, I think. NC Pedro.
Yeah. He did really great work fixing all the... Actually, I think he fixed all the maps.
Yeah, Team
bit.
Islands, with the...
Deleting all the shorefish.
And deleting all the shorefish, then Gold Rush, of course, and Graveyards. I think
Fault.
as well, after it was like reviewed again. Altered again. Because it can be very imbalanced as well. Why did not start? I don't know. Maybe Interdimension is thinking about a home map. I have no...
I think he's smoking.
Or he's smoking, yeah, that would
Yeah.
be...
He usually does that between the games.
I guess he messaged Nilpferd. And he's ready. Very quick smoke, actually.
Nice. Will we see the home map before they launch? Or
I don't know.
is there any rule about it when to like announce the home map?
No, then I don't think so.
Because Neely said it in the game room and gave like a bit more time for
I can ask him. I just
Dimension
ask him.
to prepare for it. So I think it would be fair for both players that Interdimension says his home map. And of course we can just discuss about it.
I want to know it though.
Yeah.
Callan saying in the chat you're a beast. Oh, Green Arabia Franks.
Whoa.
That is a surprise to me.
Yeah. I was expecting for Gold Rush, to be honest. Like 95%.
Okay, but from what I've gathered, Nilpferd is not like the best fan of Frank War. It's not really his favorite
Yeah, I think he
civilization
has
to
stated
play.
it before that he really doesn't like Franks or something.
It's more like a coin flip for him. Sometimes he gets a very good Frank game, and sometimes he just butchers it. Like in the group stage against Baraka, I think he lost in 30 minutes. Of course, Baraka, a pretty good Frank player, of course.
Yeah, of course.
But he's not. There are certainly civs that he likes more than Franks.
I don't know if Interdimension is confident with Franks, or is he? If he picks it, he must
So
be.
I guess
Didn't know that.
I mean, you could take a home map from two sides. Like you can either play into your own hands, or you could play against the player you're facing, or you could choose against the player you're facing. And I guess that's what Nilpferd did in the last home map in Civ. So he wasn't expecting for Interdimension to be prepared for Team Islands Korea. And I think Interdimension has thought about it as well, and maybe
I think Interdimension would never pick Franks for against like most of the top players.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Somebody get like Leash or something.
Yeah. I was thinking about that,
but also Interdimension, a fan of Paladins.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so we are in game 3 of this best of 7 series between Interdimension in the blue in the south as Franks, and in the north we have Nilpferd in the red, also as Franks. Now, give us a little bit of an introduction about Frank War.
Yeah, it's Paladin, Civ mostly, and you also make Halberdiers and throw in XMN. But Paladin is the main unit. At the start, especially. Later on, you just make halves and throw in XMN mostly. And
also, Onagers we see occasionally against the throwing action.
Yeah, possibly.
And Trebuchets.
It can be good. But it's situational. You cannot like, if it's fast-paced game with a lot of action and raiding and so on, which I think this game will not be. And we'll possibly see a lot of Onagers.
Oh, early Castle for Nilpferd, very nice.
And the relics. You see the relics are favoring a lot.
Yeah, Interdimension really lucky with the maps today, I think. In my opinion. Yeah. Also with the relics.
But the golds are favoring Neely, so
the golds are favoring Neely, so it's kind of even.
Yeah.
Wood is favoring Interdimension though, if we talk about a 2-hour game or so.
Yeah.
Alright, let's see about the villager kills. Seems like Nilpferd is... Nope, they're the same. 6 villagers for both now. Nilpferd usually doing a very good job in rushing from my experience against him. It's a pain. And let's see about the military population. They're quite even. Interdimension a little bit farther ahead, but that doesn't mean too much. Of course, in Frank War, the food economy really important as well as gold.
Yeah, usually you run out of food before gold.
Yeah, before gold. So you need a food economy really quickly.
Really fast.
Comparable to God War, not as extreme as God War, of course.
Yeah.
But you need to put a lot of emphasis on it. And nearly vaulted villager in. Just vaulted villager in, nice.
Yeah.
But do we think the castle will live?
Yeah, I think it will, because
now army is coming.
Reinforcement there, but that's really important area of the map. If Interdimension manages to take that hill, it will pretty much deny Nili's main gold area and
possible farming area as well. It pretty much opens.
That's really important.
Pretty much opens up the potential economy for Nilpferd.
Yeah.
Because the economy usually evolves around the gold
and
spots.
it's looking really good for Interdimension considering taking that hill right now. I don't know where Neil is sending his paladins at the left side.
I don't really know
he really needs to fight for his life taking the hill.
I mean, look at the military count now. It's 160.
Yeah,
seems like Nilpferd just didn't produce.
Possibly, and it was pretty even at the start, so something happened.
I mean, the KD is slightly in favor of Interdimension. He has, I think, 20 more kills now, but that still doesn't explain the 50 military difference. And
Nili is just sending more and more to the hill, and he's always taking downhill fight. This is
he's fighting against
too good.
He's fighting pure paladins in even numbers, and that can't go well most of the time.
Yeah.
Paladins are just so strong, especially Frankish paladins, when in even numbers. They win, I think, nearly against every unit in the game on even numbers. Not really cost effectively, but
yeah,
they're so strong. I really like paladins, and so does Interdimension. And he's sending in more and more. And if you're getting into this position in a Frank War, it's very, very hard to come back, or to get a foot, or to get a foothold into the game or get a comeback. We've seen like, have you seen Sacrifice against Jitba? I think yesterday it was Frank War.
Yeah, I didn't
or
see
a
those
few days
games
against,
actually.
You didn't see those games. Oh, bad. That was a really long Frank War.
Oh yeah, I watched a bit of it, but not completely. It was looking really good for
Sacrifice, but then Jitba
yeah.
just massed his 100 units and microdent into Oblivion and won.
Oh.
Basically.
Yeah.
So that's another way to play Frank War. Just get a huge gold army and never lose them, and also protect your economy, and that's how you can win also in the Frank War, I guess.
Yeah.
That's how a lot of players, I think, in that specialize in Frank War play Frank War, from what I've seen.
Yeah, Franks are one of those civs that you want to keep making gold units, even though it's late, very late of the game.
Because if you
I mean,
micro them
like-
well, you don't really
Yeah.
you lose them at all.
You usually just sell all your food and
Wood first, then food.
yeah.
Yeah. But now, Interdimension getting this hill, finally. And
I mean,
like,
in the later game, you just sell all the food.
Of
And,
course.
and he's taking the hill
Right.
in front of Nili's base.
And if he gets those castles down there, protecting the TCs of Nilpferd,
Yeah.
it will be over. Certainly. It seems
Or
like
it should be.
the game stabilized a little. Okay, should be. Yeah. The game stabilized a
don't
little
know.
bit, it seems.
I don't know what happened with Interdimension. I think he just ran out of steam or something because he's having so little army right now.
Pretty much, and
He was-
little resources as well, but Nilpferd as well.
I think he was always taking better fights and
Well, these better fights allowed him to gain this ground he made, right?
yeah.
I mean, you can't really extend you couldn't really extend in all to Nilpferd's base, but now he's taking a nice approach here on this TC. He should retreat though in a matter of seconds, yeah. And he's
Yeah,
going
of
out
course,
again.
and Nili's not having any ego there the race, so that raiding was pretty useless.
Yep.
Oh
A lot of idle villages for Nilpferd though. 23 idle villages at
yeah.
the moment. So that's giving him an effective 70 against the 100 of Interdimension at the moment. So I think Interdimension's goal is just to break Nilpferd's front, I guess. And Nilpferd's goal is, or main task is to break the fortification of this hill in front of his own base.
Yeah.
So I think the main fight will
Absolutely.
concentrate on this area for quite some time now, if one doesn't manage to really kill the other person. And that's a horrible fight for Interdimension.
Yeah, I don't know what he's doing.
What-
Just
what-
so many halves there, and
That was something. That's a way to throw the game.
Yeah. And paladins are kind of unit that you don't make anymore after the early game in Frank's Force, so you really shouldn't waste all of them.
Okay, now he's moving in again, and seems like
Oh,
Nilpferd
nice again. Snipe the trap and bombard cannon and Oniger. Really nice from him.
It seems like Nilpferd overextended a little bit into the castle and wasted a lot of units there against the castle fire. I mean, he wanted to kill the trebuchet, but I don't
Yeah.
really think it was worth it. And look at his population now; it's 200 against 111, and Nilpferd has no food.
And Interdimension made a huge over-eco. He's having no army and he's being popped. Look at how little army he has right now.
Oh, he only has 46. Oh, he has 150 villages.
Yeah.
That's rarely seen by a DM player.
And really nice stone walls from Neely at the left side.
Yeah, these are crucial for his economy.
Yeah, securing the economy, but yeah, of course it's not viewer friendly to make so many stone walls, but of course he's doing
The thing
everything
to win.
he needs to take
Yeah,
to win.
Yeah, and that's the right way to play in a tournament.
Yeah.
Even sacrifice wall against Jitba in the Frank War, so
Oh yeah.
like half the map. Not even an RM would do it. Alright. Now let's see. I don't think that... Which possible way is there for Nilpferd to really come back into this? I don't see any.
Yeah, and the relic count is looking. We never watched those. Watched the relic count, but it's looking pretty good for
Oh god, 5 relics again.
Interdimension, he's having
He's
all the
just
relics.
dominating. Okay, that's okay.
Yeah. This
So
is
you
looking...
can just if we get into the later stages, you can
Yeah.
just spam throwing X-Men against trash, basically.
Yeah.
And to be frank, I think that Interdimension won this game, and I think we will see the GG soon.
Yeah, I think so.
Ah, the wordplay. To be frank. Alright. Nice push here from Interdimension. He really wants to drive his advantage home, I think. He doesn't want to waste any more time.
And Interdimension's gold gun is just stacking.
Yeah, higher and higher.
Yeah.
He's really showing his strengths in these games, in these Green Arabia games. That's to say.
Yeah, really played from him. The Franks for I didn't really expect him to. Like.
But it still was a weird start from Nilpferd. I mean, he was even until the point of like 50 military,
Yeah.
and then he just didn't seem to
I think
produce anymore. Oh, look at the onage of macro. Against 4 bomber cannons. Oh, nice.
Yeah, one
Even
cannon
one.
down.
That was cost effective for the onager. And now you can just...
Yeah.
Nah, excuse me, go on.
I think Interdimension is just happy with this situation. He's having all the map control and he doesn't really have to push. Well, now he's pushing because he's looking
Yeah, he has like...
strong, but...
Yeah, he has a lot of paladins. Nilpferd doesn't have much of them.
He's playing this smart now.
The only thing that would be cool for Interdimension if he actually placed a few paladins before Nilpferd got onto this goal on his side. That would have been cool. He kind of lets Nilpferd take this goal in the north for free.
Yeah.
But I guess his emphasis is on securing
he's
the middle.
focusing so hard in the middle now.
Yeah.
So I think he...
And if he manages to push this, it's pretty much over. So.
Yeah, I don't know why why he hasn't extended, expanded to the left, to the right. I mean, even though he sees that there is a castle.
He could also raid a little bit there. I mean, every single villager at this point for Nilpferd hurts a lot. I think.
Yeah.
But nice defense from Nilpferd, or.
Yeah, absolutely. Repairing the castle like a hero. So many villagers repairing it right now.
Repair.
But he's running out of stone.
Is he? Oh yeah, he is. He doesn't have any stone to mine as well.
Yeah, the one he has left is like middle of the battlefield.
Middle of, and plus the other one is getting mined by Interdimension.
Whoa. Oh. Or was it? Yeah, no, it was extra.
It was extra.
Stone.
Oh, it was an extra stone. But okay, where's his first? Did he mine it already? Oh yeah,
yeah only one
it's
pilot.
It's there in the background. All right. And another or is it the same castle? It's the same castle, right? But he's out of stone. And so much stone and resources left for Interdimension.
Yeah. But Neely has still faith for this game. He's a fighter.
He's a fighter, definitely, but he ran out of gold.
And Interdimension having so many paladins, don't know if he just keeps making paladins and wasting them on halberdiers, this can end
He's going to keep making
end
them,
up being pretty even, but still he has the 5 relics that can support.
Yeah, I think this fight
units.
is going in favor of Interdimension.
Yeah.
The gold units are just too strong here. Although he's wasting all of his paladins, as you said.
Yeah, but he can afford it. Even though
And he's bringing more. Okay,
Yeah.
this is over.
Oh, he's really going for the push now.
He's
making
getting-
even more paladins.
Yep. And bombard cannons and trebuchets and
Oh
forward
yeah,
castle.
all the most expensive units in the game.
I think he can make like 4 other castles here as well. Like, yeah, there's another one.
Yeah.
There's another one coming.
So much stone, and even it takes the stone now from.
Yeah, he will just castle push into Nilpferd's base.
Absolutely, yeah. And Nilly's population dropping
Yeah, GG.
so hard, and GG called.
Well played by Interdimension. Very clean play, very convincing. As
Yeah.
the Chinese war, basically.
I don't know if Neely never ever realized that the hill was so important in front of his base, because he didn't go for it before.
I think it was all about the starting population that they had. in the end.
I don't know.
When like Interdimension got ahead in 40 military from 2. And then Nilpferd kind of recognized that the hill was so important that he kept sending army but kept losing army there. And then he kind of snowballed from there. And
But I think
Nilpferd
he
is...
could have like went there before Interdimension was there because he was so much closer to his base. He was just waiting with his units at his base. I don't know what was he doing, or maybe just waiting for all the paladins that Orgut was sending to kill his wills. I don't really know.
Alright. It's 2-1 now for Interdimension, and now we have Hans War. And as JB, aka Leaf, is saying, I think it will be a market war as well. What do you think? Will we see a 3 villager market, a 2 villager market, a 4 villager market? What do you expect?
It's interesting. Don't know really. The both players are likes to market a lot in their games, so it will be interesting. It will be pretty even. Like, can be any of the players to get the market.
Ah, I don't have the emote. That would have suited so perfectly here. Rage a little bit salty about the market.
I just read the comment.
Callan predicting 1 will versus 2 will market. Sito, he didn't pick Hans GA, it was a set setting, he just made a joke. Nilpferd, that is. So we head into game 4 of this best of 5 series between best of 7 series. So and 3 villagers market. I called it.
Oh, and the other player only 1 villager.
GG. And 4 villagers.
This...
4 villagers.
Whoa.
I'm a master. Wow, I'm so good. Predicted the 4 villager market. GG.
If Neely knew this, if he would have been 100% sure about that strategy, he wouldn't have made market and
of course
would
not.
just go full rush, of course.
Yeah, because
so I think it was kind of risky to just go 1 villager.
Yeah, and I mean,
did he sell anything?
I think Nilpferd should go for a restart here.
Wait, no, he's not going. And he didn't even sell anything, so it was totally waste for him to make the market. Or did he go over it? No, he didn't.
Did he sell? Did he? No.
No, he didn't sell anything.
No, he didn't sell anything. And Interdimension didn't even sell too much. I think he sold quite considerably.
I will check. 4K.
Okay.
He got 4K gold, so it's pretty common. I mean, like, he has trained this a lot.
He's going for 5 stables.
Look at the rush.
Yeah, nice rush from Nilpferd.
Well, yeah. Well, he's not continuing it for some reason.
There are more paladins coming in, but these are a waste now, I think, mostly.
Yeah, he only killed only few villagers.
And it's still 8 villagers left for Interdimension, so it's not that huge that big of a deal. And military count is now with that waste is in favor of Interdimension, and that's not good. Being the anti-marketer and behind the population is not good. Really,
but he has to heal there. That's pretty important. He has
to heal, but he's not fighting downhill. He's fighting uphill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's kind of tricky to heal.
Yeah, the halberdiers could do a lot of damage with the CA, but no, that's a fail.
Neely's CA patrol is bit.
Yeah, that was a sloppy patrol.
Sorry, when he's having them on the front line, that's not good for him.
And now paladins and halberdiers, when they get close to the CA, it's just such a wreck.
Yeah.
So I think this could be a short game.
Yeah, possibly. Well, we'll see.
We'll see, but if Interdimension manages to get close to the base...
Yeah, he even gets the rams so fast.
But, on another note, Nilpferd still has this 1 hill to fall back on.
Oh, I didn't even notice that. That's nice.
So that's his only saving grace right now. If this hill wouldn't exist, it would be pretty much over. So, now Interdimension starting to get getting some economy up himself. This will, and I just
Yeah, that's really important when you take so huge market.
And that's like the downside of a market.
Yeah.
Making more economy earlier, so you fall in behind in army a little bit in late game. If the anti-marketer doesn't take too much damage, of course.
Yeah.
But it seems like the push is continuing, and such a nice military advantage now for Interdimension, 120. With a lot of rams. These patrols are kind of random. Pretty DM-esque, I guess.
From Interdimension, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Having the rams mixed in the patrol.
Yeah.
Funny.
I think one DM player once called them sick patrols. Sick from the player.
But it's really like micro effective because you just droop them and click them and that's pretty much it. Then you can make eco.
It's good for his macro game, right?
Yeah, right.
And it's not really. It doesn't seem too necessary at this point to macro his army too heavily because he has such an army advantage at this point.
Yeah, you can just patrol them in and yeah, like as you can see, Nilly's eco. Well, he got a little eco, but he has to really focus on his units to not lose them.
By the way, this one gold on the bottom of the hill, it's actually Interdimension's third gold.
Oh.
Yeah, really. In the north, there's the third of Nilpferd. that's
that's
far
really
out.
unfortunate for him.
It's actually, if it didn't get the market here,
yeah,
it could have been very hard for Interdimension.
Yeah.
I am not even sure if you should go for this hill now. In my opinion, Interdimension could just make a rotation into the north.
No.
No? Why not?
Well, I think he can just take the hill really easily with all those rams.
He can't.
And Neely has nothing really to stop it. He has no own rams or anything.
I guess that's his game ender or his game ending move.
Yeah, I think
to just take this hill.
Neely's having nothing left.
But I've experienced so many games where I just lost going for the hill, so. And he's also okay. He's also now taking the going for the other side, so that's nice with another army. And GG call from Nilpferd.
Whoa. Well, this is a really typical game of Interdimension.
I guess similar playstyles with a similar strategy, just
yeah,
better outcome now for Interdimension.
Yeah, execution for Interdimension.
Four-wheel market. I mean, a four-wheel market is not really that strong if you know it's coming, and if you don't make your market.
Yeah.
Then
maybe Neely could have a cold restart on that one, but it could have been rushable. To be said. Yeah, Neely saying I could have won this one quite easily. There are some little factors that he could have done better, but.
So 3-1 now for the Dimension, and we go to the fifth game.
Yeah, is it match?
Yep,
match game, possibly match point.
Yep, it's Frank's war on Prairie.
Whoa.
That's unfortunate for Nilpferd. That's really unfortunate.
Yeah, and it's a pity that we already see a Frank war.
Yes.
But of course, all the games are super exciting.
Interdimension was on, I think, 3rd seed in the tournament.
Yeah, I think so.
And Nilpferd not quite in the top 8.
Will be interesting to see how Franks are in Prairie.
Well,
pretty similar to be honest.
Not much of a difference. I mean, don't have hills that could favor Interdimension with a better start, and also you have the 2 scouts which could favor Nilpferd because he's very good at killing villagers at the start.
Yeah, I think this game can be much more aggressive than the other Franks were. I have the feeling.
Well, it was very aggressive in the GA game from Interdimension, in my opinion, wasn't it?
Yeah. Well, that's true. But it ended up being kind of
stalemate
passive later on.
kind of a stalemate in the end, but let's see what the map generation gives us. What the first rushes give us. Will be quite interesting. Hello, Nifu51, however you name. I have no clue. Oh my god.
What happened?
Oh no, just a chat. Alright, we're
No.
going to game 5.
Yeah.
In the best of 7 series. Interdimension leading 3-1, and it's now Frankfurt on Prairie. And if we go by the Green Arabia game, it should be a win for Interdimension, but of course we can't say it yet. And let's look at the relic distribution first. It's fairly even,
Pretty
and also with the
even.
golds. Golds are a little bit in favor of Nilpferd, I'd say.
Yeah, of course. I think a lot of favoring for Nilpferd.
Oh my god, look at the stables here for Interdimension. He's going for
Whoa.
a lot of paladins.
Whoa, how many stables is that? It's 9 stables.
9
for
stables,
him, so
only 4 barracks as well.
interesting
actually.
strategy. I think he's going for he's going for all in push, apparently.
And nobody lost a villager yet, it seems, and Nilpferd didn't lay so many foundations yet. He's a little bit slow here.
Whoa.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Restart.
I expected
Why?
that.
Did he lose villagers?
No, Nilpferd was very slow on his buildings. He didn't have any foundations out,
I see.
except for these stables, so he was very slow.
But his map was much better.
Yep. I guess he didn't want to
don't
take
know.
any chances in the early game.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if it's worth to call restart, to be honest.
I mean, it might be the match point game, so.
Yeah, that's true. Nearly saying for leave. It's funny.
Oh, thank you, you wonderful man.
Okay, what was that? The Paganator just resubscribed for 13 months. Thank you very much. Okay, he has a second re-as well, so we could see another one potentially. Alright, now we go into game 5 again in this best of 7 series.
Right.
Interdimension leading 3-1. Now Frankfurt on Prairie.
Oh, much closer distance than in the last game.
Yes, and the map is fairly even again. Where's the 5th gold spot? Oh, no, that's pretty much a dead even map.
Let me see. Yeah.
You can't get
Absolutely.
you can't get a more even map than this, I think.
Yeah, and the relics are pretty even also. Not too many difference.
Interdimension now going for a different strat or a different layout of his buildings.
Whoa. Both players getting good rates on the villagers.
But not losing any yet.
Yeah, nearly losing 2 villagers. I think.
One villager down for
I'm not sure.
Interdimension.
Only 3 villagers left for Neely.
Only 3 villagers left. 4 villagers left now for 5 villagers left for Interdimension.
Whoa, this start is looking even worse for Neely than the. Well,
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, I think it
this
was
is
looking really
worse.
really bad for Neely
And
already.
as we can see, Interdimension now choosing only 7 stables and 5 barracks.
Alright, that's interesting because the map is so much closer this time.
You would
so
expect
I would
more
yeah,
paladins in the
Alright.
close map, I guess.
yeah, or at least the same amount of stables as he did in the last game.
It seems like the village advantage is kind of even out. Maybe
Oh,
Interdimension was a
yeah.
little bit slow on the
The ratings are really important now. Nearly even losing even more villagers
But
and
so is
sending
Interdimension.
all the paladins to the raid. That's good.
That's good for Interdimension if he's losing too much. We've seen that in the
Yeah,
first game
that's
where he
true,
wasted,
though.
or in the Hun game as well.
But really, he really needs to make something dramatic to make it even.
Well, it's 4 to 6 villagers now. Interdimension has
Whoa,
1 villager less,
yeah.
2 villagers less than
This
Nilpferd.
is so close.
And this is
It's-
one of the aspects of Rank War that make it so special.
Yeah.
The rushes are very hard to deal with,
Yeah,
especially in this
absolutely.
map, because the paladins just don't die. They just
And-
don't die.
Interdimension only having 2 villagers left. This is huge.
This is very huge. 8 villagers left for Nilpferd
Whoa.
now. Well, I think Interdimension now has to go all in.
Well, I don't know. Because
Somehow.
well,
He has better numbers at the moment.
it's very hard to say anything because
4 villagers
since he has
is
no
really,
villagers, I don't know.
4 villagers is really, really
Oh
bad.
yeah, Neely is losing a lot units therefore.
Yeah, but he has castles up. That's nice. If he didn't have these
Yeah.
castles up, I think he would have lost now straight away. But he has those castles up, so and yeah,
But I
don't
think
he shouldn't.
Interdimension can just take fights under those castles. It's
Well, Nilpferd is just sending his units to the death.
whoa, what?
He's not
Whoa.
queuing them behind his base.
Neely had all his army back of his base, chasing some few bodies. That's
Yeah, plus his rally point was directly into Interdimension's army.
yeah.
Ay ay ay. This is
Whoa.
not good. This could be a
This can
rollover.
end up being a really fast game.
Yep. He went all in.
Yeah.
Yep. And of course, like the trade-off for all these villager kills is losing military numbers with the rush. And that's what we see here now, I guess.
Yeah.
These castles, Nilpferd should really consider repairing these castles. Well,
But
this
he has
castle.
no wheels left.
Oh yeah. Oh, he has now less villagers left than.
Yeah, and so many. You
Interdimension.
want to
Oh,
at this
wow.
point,
You
this
want to
early
build the
point.
economy, yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to really repair the castles with all your left villages. You just want to.
Oh, what a weird
Mate.
game.
Yeah.
This is Prairie in its purest form, I guess.
I'm surprised how confident Interdimension was, like, rushing with so many villages left and all that stuff.
I guess he knew
really
that he
surprised
had
me.
he had better numbers, or that he must have had better numbers, or he was just so
Yeah.
confident because he said, "Well, this is my chance now. If I don't take it, I might lose this very quickly." So
Yeah.
just go all in, I guess. And this might be has been or could have been the game-ending move already.
Yeah, this is
Also, no
looking really fast
castles,
game.
no castles, no throwing X-Men.
Absolutely.
Really the best thing to have. And how many villagers left? 12 villagers left for Nilpferd. This is looking grim for Nilpferd. And
Dropping
well
down to
played.
40
Good
population.
luck in rest.
And GG call.
GG.
Whoa.
What a
Such confident play by Interdimension, but well, he can really do that at this stage of the matchup, being ahead 3-1.
very convincing wins from Interdimension. He's looking strong.
Yeah, I don't know, was bit fast games. Maybe would have expected to be a little bit longer games or something.
Oh, Nilpferd only had 3 stables?
No, he had 6.
Oh.
What?
Because
What did
he's
he
saying-
say that he has only 3 stables? I think there were 6 or something.
Maybe he queued just 3 or something like that.
Oh,
I don't
yeah,
know.
don't know.
Yeah, but Interdimension is really looking strong in this tournament now. Who is he facing in the next round? I think it's isn't it Jitba? Isn't he facing Jitba in the? Oh no! Wait.
Is
a
he?
second. No.
Yeah, I think I have to check also.
Let me check. Not that I say anything stupid right now. He's facing. He should face Jitba. Yep.
Interesting. 2 really good players facing.
A classic. I
Yeah,
guess you can
facing
call it.
already this or in the tournament.
Well-
Well, it's
well-
it's not the goal. It's
It's
semi-final.
semi-final.
Yeah.
Alright.
And Neely will face loser of the game 3. No, what? Game.
Are you confused?
Yeah, he will face Sacrifice, right? Will he?
No.
Yeah.
Will he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, he will. And later today we will have, by the way, in half an hour, we will have Quendi True against Quendi Colors, Callan against Matt.
Yeah, looking forward to cast those games also with you.
Nice.
Going to be
I don't think I will.
awesome evening.
I think I will leave the stream up, and we could, optionally we could, stream the recorded games from Praxis versus Daywalker.
Oh,
The
nice.
thing is, it's a lot of games and a lot of long games, so I don't think we will get them through in half an hour.
Yeah, of course.
So I'm a little bit undecided here, because also waiting half an hour is a little bit. Maybe I can get them to play earlier. That would be cool.
Are they both online now?
I
Let's
don't know
see.
if Matt is online, but I know that Callan is.
No, he is not, I think. No, he is, actually.
Or maybe they want to do warm-up games as well. I don't know.
Yeah.
Because I think Callan is in a game right now because he has the away status. That's what he usually has when he's in game. There's another matchup in half an hour. It's Quendi True against Quendi Colors. Another quarterfinal. Game 3, game 3, game 3. Oh yeah, he's in game with Wayne.
I think I will actually message Callan if they wanted to play earlier, but it's understandable if they want to play on the
We
decided
can, I mean,
time.
we can ask. I'm just
Yeah.
asking.
Are you asking?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I just ask him. I guess he will answer once he is done with his one practice game here
Alright, fine.
against Wayne. So let's talk about True versus Colors. What do you think? Who's the favorite? I know my favorite, but who's your favorite?
Well, of course, Callan has been being really convincing lately in rated games, also in tournament games. So,
But
and he's also
you
the
beat
first
him.
seed, right?
You beat him in some games I've seen. Rated
Yeah,
games that was.
but it's just training games.
All right. Yeah, okay. I mean, Callan has a tendency to not play too serious in raid games sometimes,
Yeah,
but for me, he's the favorite in this matchup. And it's also not really this RM or DMer kind of dynamic that we've seen in a lot of games lately. It's
yeah,
really a pure DM game, basically.
yeah. Two really per DM players. I think Kellen has played a little bit at random map, but nothing too much.
Yeah, but his his random map experience is
Yeah.
yeah, you put your 6 in sheep and then someone would right, and that's it.
Yeah.
So you can't really say they are basically DM players. If there's pure DM players, then it's about them.
I think they both have pretty similar style.
Okay, Kellen just said at most he will do 10 minutes before, so we have a little break time.
Alright, is the other one also alright with it? Like starting in 10
I mean,
minutes?
if he no 10 minutes before the starting time.
Oh,
So it's not
yeah.
that much of a difference, is it?
Okay, right.
Okay,
Yeah,
no,
he
he's
wants
waiting.
to be warmed up.
Yeah, he's waiting until 20 GMT. It's totally understandable, of course. Isn't it?
Yeah.